woke up in the morning, straight out of bed, brush your teeth, and it's off to work. Marcus, he works until sometimes 2 or 3, 4 in the morning, and then he sends it back to me, and this cycle continues, so it's almost like 24 hours of screenwriting. The idea is to take the notes, work them in fast, and then bring it to Andrew Rona, where he's just like, wow, this is your rewrite? I mean, heck, that's good.
The biggest bone of contention in this movie is the monsters. The studio constantly clamors for something you've never seen before.
My name is Gary Tunnicliffe. I'm the makeup and creature effects designer supervisor. Some of the films I've been involved with is the Hellraiser movies, Blade, Exorcist at the beginning. You know, you've got something that's, you know, more like, you know, that, you know.
Yeah.
It's lithe and skinny.
When I first read the script, it was just like big, giant teeth, you know, like bulging muscles. So when we were looking at the design, it was a little more lithe, I felt, and had a little bit of an alienish approach. I always saw them as a bit muscle-bound, less height, bigger mouth, and kind of a bigger head, big droopy head, maybe, but less of the alien thing. And
quite clunky.
Yeah, clunky, a little clunkier.
It's almost like if they're too big, you don't want them to look like Superman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that kind of brawn.
Everybody has a different take on it, because, you know, I'm like, well, I think it should be even, you know, more muscle-bound and stuff, and everybody else was thinking that, well, you know, that would look kind of weird, you know.
Like, instead of it coming at you like this, what if it's on the side and the mouth opens like so?
Yeah. Because, you know, the sideways thing reminds me of that fly-eating plant, you know, too, a little bit, you know, and...
Today's meeting was good. It threw up a lot of stuff, and I think everyone's open to input, and that's always good, because then I can manipulate and get it to where I want it.
I'm sure you would do something that would just astound us, something that we can't actually comprehend, and I'd like you to just blow us away, you know, with something.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
How are you?
Sir.
Good to see you. How are you, John?
Hey, what's going on?
Good to see you.
We had a meeting today, you know, about the script, and Chris came in, and Andrew was on the speakerphone.
Hey,
Andrew.
I got it.
the writers have turned in a really good script, and our hope is Andrew agrees with us that it's a really good script, because without Andrew, it's going to be very hard to get any more money for the movie.
I'm a little confused. I mean, it's hard for me to give notes because I haven't heard yet from John what the tone of the movie is.
Well, I keep hearing that you guys want a comedy. It's a comedy script. It's facetious. It's over the top.
Every step of the way, we're walking this fine line between horror and comedy.
Guys, I'll tell you right now, we don't want a comedy. I'll tell you definitively, you're not making a comedy. I mean, when we bought Scream, there were people who read the script and said, oh, that's a comedy. And then Wes read the script and said, no, this is a scary movie that has comedy in it. Tell me some other films that are in the tone of what you're thinking.
Well, I would say Jurassic Park, actually, you know, because they had funny stuff and scary stuff, and they had monsters. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm looking for from you is guidance as to what movie you want to shoot. I don't know what these guys are doing. I don't know which way we're going with this movie.
Andrew's the kind of person that once you tell him your view, what you want to do with it, and you've made your choices, he will say, okay, that sounds great, good. But he just wasn't, John hasn't done that, which is kind of frustrating. If these questions that Andrew has are not being answered, we're not going to get any more money.
I would like someone to articulate to me what a clear vision of this movie is, because I'll be happy to shut up and never talk again, but I don't feel that coming right now.
We knew it when we read the script, Feast, that it was dealing with these two tones. We knew it specifically when we picked John, that he was going to bring something to the table that was specific to the reality of what we're trying to do. And John, maybe this is for you to do now, is to actually go through the list of things that are valuable to you, that you feel you can accomplish, kind of splitting that hair of the tone, because that's the biggest challenge that we've got going, I'd say.
Oh, do you want to hear this?
I'm sorry?
Oh, you want me to say something?
Well, you're the director, you know?
I'm not good at explaining the big picture and the big concept. Because, yeah, I'm intimidated.
I was hoping John would step up today and say, here's clearly how I see this movie, here's the story, but I didn't get that.
Andrew's making a good point, which is, given the time frame and what we're at, you really do gotta, at a certain point, step up and say.
I think in John's mind, he has the answers and he knows exactly what he's going to do on the set and all that. But like Andrew, who's over the phone in New York, he probably wants to wash his hands of the whole thing because he's asking questions and not getting answers.
I'm sorry, I'm more confused now than when we started.
Andrew,
No.
You did?
he's not there.
I want my director to articulate his opinion. So part of me wants to treat John friendly, you know, and encourage him to be smart and creative and help him through this process. And the other part of me wants to kick his ass.
As the writers, we're supposed to sit there and listen and take everything down. What became frustrating for us, though, is that we had answers to all these questions. And John wasn't saying anything. He was just sitting there. And that's what Andrew's frustrations and Chris's frustrations came from, where they were sort of asking these questions and no one was answering.
Well, now that I've totally upset everyone. Now I need a Coke.
No, honestly, John, I had no clue where you were going. We do have just a step to tell John to talk to Andrew and Chris, because they're the direct people and they want direct answers. And with him not doing that, it makes us all look like just bumbling around. Like when I know it's so difficult to talk to a speakerphone because it's like you feel like you're doing a speech where it's like now you talk and you have to.
Patrick and Marcus came in and kind of went, "You should have spoken up because I could have done it," you know, and that kind of thing. I guess I didn't say the right things and everybody got mad at me.
Say everything
Oh,
you
yeah.
say.
Well, you missed my big audition when everybody's like looking at me and I'm supposed to tell them, you know, how I'm going to make this movie. So, a little nervous. You know, I had trouble talking with you know, like the suits and stuff. You know, they don't see what you see, and they deal in numbers and audience test scores and stuff like this, and it doesn't. And they're frightened, you know, of everything.
Andrew just wants answers, and he's not going to give us any more money unless he feels
He has to be
comfortable.
communicated with, you know?
I think there's a lot of people that I've heard can probably really explain the tone of a picture, but they can't make a picture. We won't know if I can make a picture until the end of this. He's gonna have to buy a ticket and go see the movie.
I think you should call Andrew Rona.
Oh.
I think you should pick up the phone and call him and say, "Hey, Andrew, you know, after the first meeting on the script, there was some concern by the studio that John wasn't speaking up."
Dad, can't you call him?
I did call him. I did
Come on,
call him,
Dad.
but I'm not directing the movie.
Come on, Dad, you call.
I gave John Andrew Rona's number for him to call him directly. The guy's gonna write a check that'll help all of us, depending upon how big that check is, to share your vision with him directly.
So should I have to call him today?
No, you can call him whenever you want.
Okay, I'm not gonna call him today, but I will call.
Should we keep count of the days that you won't call him? Like just keep chalk on the wall?
No, I'll just call tomorrow. I still have the phone number in front of me, and I'll probably call on Monday.
Today we're at ICM. It's a talent agency. We're meeting with some agents that I actually used to work for, and we're going in to possibly get representation from them, see how we mesh with them.
I've never seen two first-time screenwriters ever step into the process with more confidence.
Why would you want to know about ICM?
Because we are assigned by them.
What?
Now that Marcus and Patrick have gotten their agent, I don't think you could really blow them up any bigger.
Yeah, I just want you guys to remember us. And
You know, the worst part is when it happens before they even finish their first show.
I know. John, I don't think anything has changed in his life at this point.
Nice paycheck, huh?
Oh, thank you.
Isn't that nice?
So now I just have to start complaining about when the next one's gonna come. I owe everybody money. I owe friends. My dad still pays, like, you know, most of my rent. $3,333. They take a lot out. Hey, Dad, we have $3,000, but I think maybe we should go try to cash it.
Oh, good, okay.
As far as the family thing goes, it's like all for one. We just sort of pool all the money, and that pool is empty. Hello? They took a lot of stuff out, you know, to
Financially, we have lived from hand to mouth forever.
I'll be paying my own rent this month, and we have, you know, some money to go out to eat. This is like, you know, like our favorite restaurant.
Since you guys are still just coming down off your high?
You know, we haven't come down because it's like we got the news of everything. Like I called you.
They're having a lunch meeting with their lawyer at Le Dome, which is the power restaurant of all power restaurants in LA. They're the anti-Gulaggers. They just are drinking up the whole Hollywood vibe. But they just better not lose sight of the realities here. Whereas Gulager, I think, is just, you know, leave me alone, let me do my movie, turn the lights off.
Is John gonna go chase down an agent? No. No, he's just still John, and that's kind of, you know, enamoring.
I went by the bank. It's all gone except for like $600 after we like pay everybody back.